The Lego Movie is one of the best animated films of all time, from its lovable, memorable, interesting characters, ambitious creative animation, imaginative world building, a story that is well executed and a message that is truly special and powerful. It is up there with Shrek, Toy Story, The Lion King and Spider-Verse as one of the most influential animated movies that innovated the industry and broke new ground for more unique and awesome animated classics. But although the Lego Movie is still one of the most beloved animated films to this day, its legacy was a bit damaged due to the failure of its incredibly abysmal sequel. The Lego Movie franchise has to be one of the saddest franchise falls of all time. It should have gotten a third film and the Lego Batman movie should have gotten a sequel, but because of this badly written kitty fodder film, it destroyed an awesome franchise and completely halted any plans for future sequels and spin-offs at Warner Bros. While you could say the Lego Ninjago movie was partially responsible, it was the Lego Movie 2 that killed the franchise and caused the whole series to be rebooted. So without further ado, let's talk about why the Lego Movie 2 sucks. So this video is going to be a little different than usual. Instead of going into a deep retrospective of the film's details like its animation and songs, I'm just going to talk about why the film is such a disappointment and a colossal failure as a sequel and as a film. Number 1. The development of the story. The first film had a very tight story. The characters all had identifiable and memorable traits as well as fantastic character growth that complemented the narrative. But in the sequel, everything we knew about them shifts and turns in a way that directly contradicts their personalities in the original. Like for example, the character Lucy. She was a badass that was unique and didn't conform to the norm of society and always chose to be creative. But in the sequel, it's revealed that she wasn't always like this, that she was just like everybody else and even loved everything is awesome, which he repeatedly bashes in the first film, revealing she only acted like she hated it to act tough, which doesn't make any sense. If she truly felt like that, then they should have had subtle hints that was the case in the original, but this just feels like a twist for the sake of a twist with no real thought put into it. These kinds of twists can work where everything you knew about a character wasn't exactly accurate. But this is a piss-poor example of it. Part of a sequel's job is to expand the universe and characters in a way that makes sense and gives us more insight into the characters and world. Toy Story 2, Shrek 2 and Kung Fu Panda 2 all do this brilliantly, but this movie fails in that regard. Number 2. The characters are shit now. The characters were a big part of why the Lego Movie works so much. The characters were all likable and had unique personalities. They all had something to contribute to saving the day and defeating the bad guys. But in this film, they felt like they were just there. Batman gets something to do as he has to come to terms with advances from the Queen, but that's just okay. Lucy is trying to escape and save her friends, but those reveals made her kinda confusing and inconsistent. Emmett is the same as he's always been, and characters like Unikitty, Metalbeard and 80s Spaceman are practically pointless in the context of the story. They're just hanging out in the world they get taken to and don't do anything until the very last moment, which makes their inclusion forgettable. As far as I'm concerned, these characters are nothing but shells of their former selves in this movie. Number 3. The villain sucks. Lord Business was such a fantastic villain. He opposed creativity and tried to create a perfect world of organization and restrictions, and was a giant obstacle in our hero's way. He was also incredibly ruthless and beyond cruel. He was truly an unforgettable villain. Rex Dangerfist is possibly the most forgettable, disappointing villain of all time, and that's saying a lot. Spoiler alert, Rex is a variant of Emmett who time traveled to turn Emmett into a bad guy. Thoughts it? This is the exact same villain that Zurg was from Lightyear. I wouldn't be surprised if Pixar was inspired by this movie when they created the villain for that movie. And just like that film, the explanation for the time travel and how this variant came to be makes no sense. We've been watching this Emmett the whole time, and there is no way at any time he would have turned evil. And Emmett is not the type of person that would turn evil, especially not in the circumstances they laid out. He's way too optimistic, and he won't give up on his friends. The factors in this reveal are so flawed and problematic that it really shouldn't have happened at all. His defeat is so lame. Basically, just because Lucy comes back for Emmett, he instantly disappears. Ripping off Meet the Robinsons, are we? I also find it funny he referenced Back to the Future in this scene, as if they're admitting that this scene is derivative of other time travel narratives. And just like the whole twist of Lucy earlier, this twist of Rex being the villain and an evil version of Emmett is a twist just for the sake of shocking the audience and nothing more. They clearly didn't put any thought into this character or his reveal in the context of the story and lacks the purpose and gravitas of twist villains like Mr. Waternoose and Bowler Hat Guy. Truly a badly written villain. They should have made literally anybody else the villain. The film isn't a complete dumpster fire. There are good things about it like the animation and the catchy song as well as the message, which is a very good one. But the story really let it down. This isn't one of the worst animated films I've seen. I'd certainly rather watch this than The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 and Open Season 2. But for a follow-up to one of the most groundbreaking innovative animated films of all time, this was not only disappointing, this was soul-crushing, and I completely understand why it bombed at the box office. Besides the fact the marketing was non-existent besides a couple trailers, it just didn't live up to the first film in any way, and because of that Warner Bros. Ended up ending their deal with LEGO and scrapped all their planned projects like the LEGO Batman Movie 2, the Billion Brick Race, and a potential LEGO Movie 3, moving to Universal. While LEGO had initial success with the Pharrell Williams biopic Piece by Piece, it hasn't had nearly the amount of success that first LEGO movie had, or even the LEGO Batman movie. And it really sucks we'll never get a third LEGO movie to conclude the story, especially after the twist that Lucy was the one that created everything is awesome. It truly deserved a worthy finale and a better sequel, but it ended up falling apart and drifting into obscurity because of the massive failure of the sequel, and that is why the LEGO Movie 2 sucks. Anyways guys, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.